Listen up, I'm Brian Pond.
Amanda.
And this is Take Me Out Food Reviews. Today we are having Japanese-style Tonkatsu Ramen Soup bowls. It's made with cooked ramen noodles, vegetables, and pork bone broth. It's microwave ready in just 2 minutes. This is probably...
Slide it out, yeah.
No, we'll just slide it out. This is the most expensive ramen we've had. Let's see, I'm going to read the advertising. Let's see. Enjoy restaurant quality ramen noodle texture. Our fully cooked ramen noodles are tender and bouncy, unlike the typical dried or fried noodles. #shade. Quickly heat them up with delicious broth for the perfect texture that will instantly transport you to an authentic ramen house. I've had authentic ramen before. Like specifically downtown, forgot the restaurant's name off the top of my head. It was a while ago. Smells really good. It's white and brothy, and so yeah, it is a broth. Those vegetables, were they dehydrated or?
Yeah, the vegetables were dehydrated.
Which makes sense. And these were what, $12 for 6 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Roughly, approximately $12. It's been a. We gotta redo our cord situation because like that I wouldn't. Our kitty almost knocked down our lights.
He's an adorable little kitty though. Hey Jacob.
I will say, the noodles definitely stand out here because they know.
I mean, look at those noodles.
Yeah. And the green onions are plentiful. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the green onions are nice, but the red pepper flakes is, I believe that's what that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not very much of that going on. And there's like mushroom bits. So.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of mushrooms, despite the fact that like chunky vegetable toppings, but it's got like this big gigantic mushroom on the side.
And then here is their mushroom chunks. It's so yeah. So like if you like green onions, you're in for a treat. Here, I'm gonna just drink the broth. The broth is very mild.
Yeah, the broth is very mild.
And like when you hear pork bone broth, is like what? Like they make it sound really fancy. Were there any dry packets or were they all wet?
Other than the veggies, it was just all dry. It was just all wet.
Yeah.
Veggies were the only dry part of it.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna say it right now, straight out of the gate, this pales in comparison to our Osha noodles and our Longshan noodle reviews. For me.
Yeah. Let's try not to compare it to other products, but
I know. I'm just saying for like my other noodles that I've had on this show that we've done reviews for. It's just, for me, it's just, it's not very flavorful.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like, it's good. Like you can tell they're completely honest on their advertisement when it comes to the noodles being pre-cooked.
Yeah.
The sauce, you can tell it's quality, but quality alone doesn't matter. And the question is if we enjoy the stuff that's cheaper, the lower quality, yeah, like that, you know, it's one of those. They are absolutely correct that this is higher quality ingredient wise, but the flavor is a little off for us. Like this is it higher quality than say Makata ramens? And ingredient wise, yes, they get points for that. But I can't recommend it because it's also twice as expensive. And no, this is not restaurant quality. If I got this from a restaurant, I would be overwhelmingly disappointed. So no, it's not restaurant quality in my opinion. Now the next question: Is it worth the price up? Like, do you feel we're getting our money's worth?
I want to say yes and no because it's one of those. It's just like a pro and con because it goes back to the whole restaurant thing of. To me, it's not restaurant quality, and the fact that they're saying like this is restaurant quality. So if I were to go to a restaurant and get the same bowl of noodles,
yeah. Well, first off,
would be no.
Yeah. Sorry for talking over.
Sorry.
No.
I said you're right. I would say no. It would not be worth the price point because say like a ramen place would probably give you a little bit more and for a lot cheaper than getting 6 bowls of these for like $12-13. You'll actually, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I'm tasting the broth. The broth is tasty. It's just it's plain in bits, and it's like I don't know. It's resoundingly okay. I'm gonna be more true to review. I'm now finding another slightly bigger chunk, so I'm not gonna just grab my smallest mushroom chunk to make a point. I will say, after eating through this too, the dehydrated vegetable medley is decent. Like, especially the green onions, they knocked it out of the park with these.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, at a restaurant, you would have fresh vegetables. Yeah. And of course, at a restaurant, you would have an increased chance of having a chef cooked broth that's hot and fresh the same day. So, I would say this is an in between instant ramen and restaurant quality that I don't feel quite meets the mark of my expectations for it.
I agree with you on that.
So it's like, yeah. But I am enjoying myself. Like I'm finishing this not because I'm hungry, because I do like it. Almost like.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah. So we've highlighted the big pros. Of course, are they're completely advertised on the noodles. The broth is as advertised. It is what it is, and the dehydrated vegetable medley is exactly what we want. I would say the red peppers in here were a miss. They're just too tiny chunks. I'd rather have slices, especially at this price point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather have like full or quartered mushrooms rather than what we did get, which were diced. So like the pros are it is what it is, but they're kidding themselves if they think if this is restaurant quality. And I don't know, the flavor, the ingredient quality is there, but the flavor isn't really what we'd expect for a ramen.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm gonna have to say I don't recommend getting this. Mostly the I feel like you're paying for twice as much and not getting twice as much. So I'm gonna just give this one a solid 5. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the 5 on that one because this does have severe room for improvement, but I think that would actually probably come down to you. Oh, hey Jacob. That would actually come down to you, the person who's eating it, because even though for me the sauce, the soup part of it is really bland to me, you can spice it up by adding fried shrimp, actual mushrooms. Like you can actually, since this to me it's kind of flavorless a little bit, and the fact that I'm rating it a 5 because I'm getting off track. Hold on, let me back that up. I'm giving it a 5 because this does have severe room for improvement. Flavor wise, it's just a base flavor, so it's up to you, the person who's eating this, to actually give it the flavor that you want. So if you want it more spicy, it has the the availability to become more spicy. You want to add meat to it. You want to add actual mushroom pieces to it. It leaves that open for you, so you can just customize it the way you want.
And I think that's what it comes down to. Is this is a premium build product that feels incomplete. Like I'm sure if you cracked an egg into this and topped it with some tempura shrimp, it would be a lot better, and it'd be closer to actual restaurant quality, where they will do those type of things for you. And of course, if you're a vegetarian, I don't think these veggies are going to impress you. They're just not.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully, the next noodles we try will impress us more. If you were to token this and you could only describe it in one sentence, what would you say?
In one word or one sentence?
One sentence.
Good, but very bland.
I agree with that. All right, so that's our opinions on the Tonkatsu Ramen Soup Bowl. Yeah, it's astoundingly okay. See y'all next time.
Bye.